Mike here. Welcome back to more of my stuff. Looking at today my very small collection of pocket knives. This is pretty much the collection here. 3 knives. Two of them I've had for some time. One is fairly recent, within the last year or so. Got a Swiss Army, a Case, and a Spyderco. So let's just go through them one at a time real quick. We'll start with the Case. This one I bought exactly 6 years ago, right at the start of the pandemic. I remember was when I got this. And so I'm filming here on St. Pat's Day, which is kind of the anniversary of the pandemic, so 6 years ago. I chose this knife. It's called the Copperlock. I always wanted a Case knife, had never had one, and I just always admired how they looked, kind of the simplicity of the design. And I always thought that this model, just with a single blade, called the Copperlock, and it's a lock blade, but this particular model with the bone handle, stained in blue with the offsetting red logo, I think, well, A, just generically it looks really sharp, but B, more importantly, I think this is what a Case knife is supposed to look like. To me, this is just kind of the prototype of what a nice Case knife should be and should look like. And I've been very pleased with the knife. It's a stainless steel blade, lock blade, as I mentioned. I have no complaints with how it holds an edge and how it's operated mechanically. And it just, to me, it just is just a wonderful piece because it just doesn't try to do too much, and it just is something really nice to look at and to admire. And, you know, I pretty much use it for opening boxes. Like a lot of knives get used these days. But the lock release works fine. You don't have to wail on it too much. And the blade is held up just fine. And I'm very happy with it. And it's just, again, to me, if I'm going to have one Case knife, this is the one to have. So that's my Case knife. Next up, we'll take a look at my Spyderco Tenacious knife. So this is the base model of the Spyderco line. So Spyderco, as some of you will know, is very well regarded, very well thought of. Their higher end knives are made in the USA. This is their kind of their base model, so it's Chinese manufacture. It is a lock blade. You know, you can open it with a single hand. Stainless steel blade, and release works fine on it. The one issue about this model, apart from that it is a lesser grade of stainless steel than the higher end models, the one thing about this model is it's heavy. So this is an EDC item for me every day. But it's a chunk. But part of why I don't mind it being a chunk is the reason I have the knife. I don't use this knife for anything other than to carry for self-defense if I were to ever need it. The blade, I've had this knife going on maybe a year, and you can see the blade is virtually brand new, pristine. That's the original edge. I try not to use the knife for anything. I just have it clipped to my pocket, inside the pocket, but clipped at the top so it's available. And it's a self-defense weapon if I were to ever need it. And so I carry the Case, or I carry the Swiss Army, as a utility knife. I use this as a self-defense knife, and or keep it, I should say, as a self-defense knife and carry it as such. And so because of that, the heft, if anything, I prefer that for the reason I have it. Now, a lot of guys are going to say, well, there's a lot better knives for that purpose, and surely there are, or a straight blade, sheath blade. But for me, this is what I'm comfortable with, and I've been very happy with it. And I don't mind the weight. And for a Chinese-made knife, it's still a very quality piece. You can just see this thing's well made. So that's my Spyderco Tenacious knife. Lastly, we've got the Swiss Army. I got this Swiss Army, ironically, probably within a week of my getting myself the case knife. This was actually a birthday present from my best friend 6 years ago. And I carry this knife pretty much all the time because it's a great utility knife. It's the in the current catalog of Swiss Army, this is the Spartan model. So just to go through it, it's got the main blade, and then it's got the smaller. It's got the smaller blade. Got a corkscrew and an awl in here. Where's the awl? The awl's. I'm not going to rip my short thumbnail out for it. And then you've got the can opener, small screwdriver, which can double and fit into a Phillips. This is a bottle opener and large screwdriver, wire stripper. So these are the utilities on this knife, and it's in pretty good shape 6 years later. Holds an edge fine. The story about this knife, I was really pleased when I got it, first and foremost because it was a gift from my best friend, which was a really nice gesture. But the story about this knife that's a little bit, some personal history was, I bought this exact same model knife when I was 12 or 13 years old. And I remember it was an issue when I was buying it because at the time you were not supposed to be able to buy a pocket knife till you were 14, I was told. But the guy at the sporting goods store said, oh, that's stupid, and sold me the knife anyways. Well, I probably had that Swiss Army knife 15 years. I had it till I was at least well into my 20s, so I had it well over a decade for sure. And it was this exact knife. And eventually I lost it. I was really disappointed when I lost it. And just by sheer chance, the knife that I got as this gift is the same knife. The only difference that I can recall from the original one I had is this has the tweezers and toothpick. So it has those additions to it. So that's the Swiss Army knife. So that's my collection of knives: the Swiss Army Spartan, the Case Copper Lock blade, and then the Spyderco Tenacious knife. So this is the collection. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time with some more of Mike's stuff. Take care.